Hey everybody, welcome here to Robbie Rants Live, here on Pop Culture Philosophers. How is everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend and such, things like that. Here on Pop Culture Philosophers at Robbie Rants Live, I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. We're going to be talking about this upcoming week's new comic books. We'll be talking a little bit about what's coming up this week at Pop Culture Philosophers. We'll be talking a little bit about our favorite sports movies and a whole lot more stuff, including show and tell. I got a cool, fun Power Ranger Megazord pop that I'm going to open up. I'm going to be doing that later in the third act. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Once you jump in, just let me know you're here. Say what's up. Throw in a question. That's what keeps these streams alive, is your interaction. I love talking to y'all about comic books, pop culture, movies, more, things like that. Got a lot of exciting things happening at Pop Culture Philosophers this week. We'll be talking about that stuff. We'll be talking, what's up, Rondo? What's up, S Squared? And remember, wherever you go, there you are. So lots of fun, exciting things here on Pop Culture Philosophers. Be sure to crush that like button. Give us a thumbs up. That's always fun. So once you're in here, like I said, just let us know you're here. Say what's up, ask a question, make a comment, all that jazz and more. We will usually start off with looking at this upcoming week's comics. It is shaping up to be a fantastic new comic book day for February 27th. What's up, Comic Sam? What's up, Eric Odd? What's up, Sebastian? I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. I had fantastic stuff. Fantastic weekend. I know the Academy Awards are going on tonight. Is anybody watching that? Because I'm not. Obviously. Yeah, honestly, I just don't keep up with movies quite the way that I used to. So, like, I don't even know the majority of those films that are nominated, and I haven't seen them nor heard of them. But I'm really, really hopeful that Into the Spider-Verse will get Best Animated Film. I think that would be exceptionally cool and well-deserved. What's up? Dracon Slayer Silver Claw Zero. Can't wait for Batman Beyond and Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Slime, what's up? West Coast Avengers canceled. Why the good always die young. That's right. I hate to hear that. I was kind of expecting it. Sales were not too strong on that one. Sales weren't strong on Hawkeye before. I'm glad that Kelly Thompson has a little bit more of a flagship title to write with things like Mr. and Mrs. X and Captain Marvel, of course. But I would love to see her get a hold of Kate Bishop in another way, shape, or form. I know a lot of rumors are swirling around right now about a Young Avengers title being launched. That could be cool. A lot of rumors are circling around saying Jeremy Whitley's going to do that. I think Kelly Thompson would be a great pick for that one, especially to continue her thread with Kate Bishop. But, you know, I'm sure that no matter what, Kelly's got a bright future at Marvel, so she's not done with Kate. What's up, Atari? What's up, Christopher? How y'all doing? Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, y'all. What's up, Logan? I'm doing great, and thank you so much. Thank you very much, Comic Sam. It really is. Their haircut's just what it is, man. What's up, Reggie? How you doing? Do I think Marvel Boy has some potential, Logan? What Marvel Boy are we talking about? I always try to change the box of cereal in the background every few days. Absolutely. Thank you, Marcos. Appreciate it. Yep. Marvel Boy and West Coast Avengers. I mean, I think so. Novar has had, I mean, he could have easily been forgotten after that 6-issue miniseries by Grant Morrison that introduced that character. But Bendis, you know, brought him in and kept him alive, and he was in Young Avengers for a while, the Gillen run with McKelvey. So, you know, and Kelly's using him right now because he's Kate's ex from that other run. So I think he has potential still, absolutely. Sam, if you want to get back on Avengers, I would just recommend that you get back and start with the new issue number 1. But if you don't want to go that far back, I don't know the exact issue number, but probably something like 10 or 11, something like that. kind of like the start of this upcoming story, the vampire stuff. It's pretty fun. They did a decent little world building thing. So right before that, I mean, you could start with, I guess, the War of the Vampires Part 1. I guess that's like not the current issue, but the one before it. Detective Comics $9.94 through $9.95, $20 each. That's crazy. I know a couple other YouTubers, but not too many. Yeah, Donny Cates is receiving death threats, apparently, for Venom number 11. It's getting a lot of flack for that. I think that's silly. I think it's stupid. That's a silly way to respond to a comic book. I, in fact, loved that comic book, and I loved all the changes. And I've been following Venom for a long time, like pretty much from the beginning. So it's crazy how some people are. They need to act right. They make the rest of us look bad sometimes. Yeah, we may have to wait till May for Batman and the Outsiders, but it is coming officially again in May. So that's very, very exciting. Very exciting. Oh, Tomb of Dracula 12 and 13. That's awesome. I myself, like, number 10 is one of my grails. I haven't found it. I think they're kind of overpriced right now on the market if you go look. But man, and I'm meeting Marv Wolfman in like a couple weeks. Oh, I really wanted to have that one, but I'm not going to have it. I like the first Pacific Rim movie. I haven't seen the second, though. They made some changes with Venom, just some new revelations. It's what Donny Cates has been doing the whole time. I don't really want to get super into it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't read it yet. But, I mean, they make some interesting, you know, melodramatic type revelations about Eddie Brock and his past and his bond with the symbiote and other things like that. But I think it was handled really well. And I think, like, that's what Donny Cates has been doing. Like, he's been reinterpreting and reimagining the entire story of Eddie Brock and Venom from issue number 1 and on. So it shouldn't be a surprise, right? Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was great. I really hope it picks up Best Animated Film tonight. That would be awesome because it's one of the best animated films I've ever seen. Yeah, I love Venom too. I wasn't quite the big fan of the movie either. But I think they have potential for a sequel that could be interesting for me. Yeah, I like American Carnage. Brian Hill's a really good writer. Fantastic. There will be Venomverse. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming, right? Yeah. William, yeah, they're taking off 13 through 16, and Cullen Bunn, I think, is coming in to write Venom for just a little bit to take it through a War of the Realms tie-in or something. But it also gives a little bit more room for Stegman to get like a bunch of issues done and ready to go. So that's super, super cool. Yeah, Wildstorm number 20 was my pick of the week. I loved it. Just a fantastic, so perfectly and cleanly done and illustrated and rendered action scene that mostly involved Apollo and Midnighter just being completely badass, and it was just so exceptional. Warren Ellis, you know, kind of paces those things out pretty well in his scripts, I'm sure. I didn't read the script for this one, but John Davis Hunt's artwork is so superb, and it's flawless. It's so good. I love that book. Wildstorm number 20 was my pick of the week. What was your pick of the week this last Wednesday? What was your favorite comic book? Yeah, Logan. I mean, I think Deceased, which is the one where they're going up against the techno-organic zombies or whatever, I think that sounds cool. I mean, it'd be fun, right? But Last Night on Earth, where he's got the Joker's head in the jar, yeah, that sounds really fun. That sounds super fun. Yeah, Slime, it's unfortunate to even lose it, but yeah, it really sucks. You've been waiting for this artist to come onto the book, and then all of a sudden, done. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. She does really good work, Kelly Thompson does at Marvel, and I really wish that they would. I don't know. I really wish that they would put that. They would have released the Jessica Jones book she's doing in print, because I don't think enough people are reading it because it was digital only at first. I haven't read the Shades of Magic Steel print stuff, but I've seen it up at the shop, but I haven't read it. Is it good? Is it worth it? A Batman Beyond live action movie would be really, really cool. And just like everybody else says, Michael Keaton would still be perfect to play Bruce Wayne for that movie, right? And a Spider-Man 2099 movie would be really neat. I mean, definitely we're going to get him in the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, though. Web of Venom, Carnage Born was a one-shot. Web of Venom is a series of one-shots. They started with the Venom, and then they did like the Carnage Born, the Venom Unleashed. But there is a new Carnage one coming out very, very soon called Cult of Carnage. They all are kind of like little cool connected bits to Kate's ongoing Venom story. Logan says his pick of the week was High Level. High Level was great. I believe that was my number 2. I love that book. I thought it was great. Regina King won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. That's super cool. Yeah, Wildstorm 20 was great. Yeah, I love this new Midnighter and Apollo. It's so cool already. I can't wait to see more of them. Joe says he liked Miles Morales' Spider-Man number 3. That was a really good issue. I liked it as well. I like Ahmed's usage of the Rhino in that story. Yeah, the Jessica Jones series is really, really good. But yeah, it'd be really, really cool when if they would do like a nice hardcover or something. Damage number 14 was his favorite last week. You know, I haven't been reading Damaged. It did get canceled, so it is wrapping up very soon. But it was one of my favorites of the New Age of Heroes when it first started. But the Jessica Jones series is really, really good. I was picking it up digitally. I also got the in-print trade paperback right over there. It's exceptional. It's really, really well done. Hope for Reigns. That book was very silly. But it's definitely something that 12 and 13-year-old Robbie would have loved. Absolutely. And so that bit was awesome. Carnage Mind Bomb was a one-shot back in the late 90s, I believe. Kyle Hotz on the artwork. It's really heated up all of a sudden, I guess because he did the cover to Carnage Born. But I mean, yeah, Mind Bomb it's a fun, decent little comic book, but it's gone up in price like crazy. I've been thinking about digging mine out and maybe selling it or something. I don't know. But it's really good stuff. I really liked High Level. I thought it was really, really good. Yeah, Damage is getting canceled. I think Silencer is too, but no official thing on that. Yes, Sebastian, I like documentaries, but it's not something I stay caught up with completely. Do they just do the documentary category at the Academy Awards? If anybody is paying attention to the Academy Awards, feel free to let us know what's going on, who's winning, all that stuff. I would love to know if Into the Spider-Verse wins. That would be really, really cool. Let's look at what's coming up this week, this Wednesday in comics. I looked at this a little bit earlier, and there's some really, really fun stuff. From Dark Horse Comics, first of all, we've got Aliens Resistance number 2, Black Hammer Age of Doom number 8. I'm so pumped for Black Hammer to be coming back. I love that book. It's so good. So good. So good. Crimson Lotus number 4 is out this week. Fight Club 3 number 2 is out this week. Hellboy and the BPRD number 4 of the 1956 variety is out this week. And a really cool and nifty Umbrella Academy 4-pack magnet set. That's really cool. And Weird number 2, and the new book that's written by Kurt Pyers. I have had an early look at issue number 2, and I really liked it. I thought it was cool, so I definitely recommend that you check it out. This week's issue of Panel by Panel, by the way, is all about Weird, so that's going to be really, really cool. Weird was kind of I would say it's like a Warren Ellisian type approach to a Constantinian type character, something like that. I don't know. I really did like it though. I thought it was solid. And the second issue is really cool as well. That's Dark Horse. IDW, what do we got? Atomic Robo and the Dawn of a New Era, number 3. Let's see. Punk's Not Dead, London Calling, number 1. That's actually a really good book. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 14. Star Trek The Q Conflict, number 2. and Star Trek versus Transformers #5, the final issue of that series. So that's cool. That's exciting. What about over at Dynamite? At Dynamite, we got Army of Darkness, Bubba Hotep #1, the Mandrake version, finally coming out in case you were waiting on that cover. Hack Slash versus Chaos #3, John Wick #5, the final issue of that series. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt #2. First issue of that is really cool. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt is the character that Ozymandias is based on, the character from The Watchmen. And so instead of going away from that, Kieran Gillen goes completely into that, and he puts the original character up against the Watchmen Ozzy, basically. And it's actually it was a very well done first issue. From Boom Studios, we got a second printing of Buffy the Vampire Slayer #1, which is a book that's really starting to get some hype behind it and some push and some build-up. Avant Gardes #2 is out, about the art school basketball team. I loved the first issue of that. Bone Parish #7 is out this week. Buffy the Vampire Slayer #2 is out this week. Super pumped for that. I really like this reimagining of that franchise. Speaking of Joss Whedon franchises, Firefly #4 is out this week, and that's actually been a really, really good book. Labyrinth Coronation #11 is out this week. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #36, continuing the Beyond the Grid story. Smooth Criminals #4, lots of good comics, even from Boom, Dynamite, and others. Steven Universe #25, some really, really good books out this week from those smaller companies. That's Boom. Also, Betty and Veronica #3, Bloodshot, Rising Spirit #4, Kino #14. Kino's from the Catalyst Prime line of comic books, and it's now written by Alex Packendale, who writes Friendo and co-wrote the Incursion book that came out last week that I thought was really, really good. He's doing a great job on Kino right now. So Kino #14 is out. Forgotten Queen #1 is a new one from Teenie Howard and Valiant Comics out this week. I'll definitely be checking that one out. Invader Zim #40, Mega Ghost #3, Rick and Morty #47, and Wasted Space #7 is out this week, in which I have read Wasted Space #7. I read it last night. I filmed an advanced review for it just right before I went online here, and it's going to be up tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so we can all get wasted together. And then we'll get back into Image, DC, and Marvel here in just a minute, but let me get caught up on some comments. Yeah, I hear that the Terrifics will live at least for just a little bit longer with the new writer. Yeah, I think that might be the issue with Mind Bomb, especially being from Marvel from the later part of the 90s. It was when they were going through and about to go through and just coming out of their bankruptcy era. So absolutely, that makes sense. There was a low print run. That's true with a lot of the Marvel stuff from the late 90s. Sometimes it gets heated up because of that, like Deadpool stuff even. Good chance we'll see a new Avengers trailer tonight during the Oscars. That could be cool. It'll be online shortly after. That's cool too. Too much trailers these days. I hear you. No, I have not heard of Free Solo. But it must be good, right? If it won the Academy Award. What's up, Webhead? How you doing? Everything's good. How you doing? What are my thoughts on poetry? I like poetry. That's my thoughts on poetry. I'm not an expert by any means, though. By any means. Jughead the Hunger is one that I've been wanting to get caught back up on. And I am pumped for this Vampironica crossover because I thought Vampironica was very, very well done. And I liked the first few issues of Jughead the Hunger, but I never got a hold of that one shot. And so I always wanted to go back and find it, but I never did. But now the trade's out, which has it all collected, so I need to get on that. Yeah, Captain America has some great covers right now by Alex Ross. He's doing great covers over at Immortal Hulk right now as well. Is Oliver 2 out this week? That's Image, right? We'll get to that in just a second, I believe. Blossom 666 #2. I don't know when exactly that's coming out. I'll have to look that one up. S Squared says in March. Yeah, I'm loving Grant Morrison's Green Lantern as well. I love it so much. I think it keeps getting better. So much better. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Loving it. So let's look at the Image comics this week. We got Die, 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 number 8 out this week. Hardcore, number 3. Ice Cream Man, number 10. Pick of the week alert. That's really exciting. Mage, The Hero Denied, number 15. The final issue of the Mage saga. And now that it's all done, I can't wait to sit down and do it all. In fact, it's one of the things we'll be doing on Comics Revisited Season 2 this year. So be on the lookout for that. Man Eaters, number 6 is out this week. And the first trade paperback, Oliver, number 2, is out this week. I really did like this reimagining of Oliver Twist. Derek Robertson's artwork was fantastic. Looking forward to the second issue. The Realm Returns, issue number 11. Outcast, number 39. Redlands, number 11. The third trade paperback of Redneck is out this week. Rose, number 17, is out this week. The second trade of Skyward. Spawn 294. The first trade of Weatherman. And Wicked and the Divine, number 42, is out this week from Image Comics. And we'll jump over to Marvel here in just a second. Yeah, I really liked Uncanny X-Men number 12 as well. I think number 11 and 12 were really great turns in the story. Really, really like it. Really responded well to it. Have I read anything by Neil Gaiman that's not a comic book? Yes, absolutely. I've read Neverwhere. I've read American Gods. And I have read Good Omens, which is co-written by him. And I have read this short story collection I have called Smoke and Mirrors. And I really found that to be very enjoyable. What's up, Mike? How you doing? March 6th for Blossom 666, number 2. I thought that first issue was astounding. I really liked it. I thought Cullen Bunn and company did a great job on it. Do I think the Batman Who Laughs has staying power? Yeah, why not? He's a cool character. He looks cool. He's appealing visually. There's lots of interesting things you could do with the character. Ultimately, I would like to see the character kind of have, a story throughout the DC universe and then wrap it all up and somehow get rid of him, whether he dies or something, right? But the character could possibly have staying power. Absolutely. He's got, the Batman as Joker, or should I say the Joker's Batman, because the ultimate thing about the Batman Who Laughs isn't that he's the Joker or anything like that. It's that he's Batman, right? It's a Batman where everything's open, where everything's just unlocked. Like there's nothing stopping him from doing what he wants to do. And that's a version of Batman that's incredibly scary. But ultimately, if you keep him around too much, you're going to oversaturate it. And he's not going to be near as cool, right? So I don't know. But I do think he has staying power. Absolutely. Trying to get your niece into comics, but she's all about Riverdale. We should maybe try out the new Archie book with Nick Spencer and Savage. That one's actually really good. And there's actually Riverdale comic books out there. You recommend those, or some of these other more horror driven and more weird Archie titles like Vampironica, Jughead the Hunger, Afterlife with Archie. Archie is exceptional. Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of, fantastic stuff. So I'd recommend some of that stuff if she's liking Riverdale. What's up, MN? How you doing? Good Omens is really good. I love Good Omens. Are you excited about that series? I am. I love Doomsday Clock. It does suck about the delays. Unfortunately, the book is getting delayed, and that's frustrating and it's unfortunate. But I don't know. I find it not bothering me too much because there's so much other stuff that I'm really, really into, and every time I read an issue of Doomsday Clock, it does stand out still. But the other great books that are out week to week really help me kind of tide me over. But yeah, I want Doomsday Clock all right now, but I am enjoying it. And if it was not enjoyable, I would not like it. But at least we're not in a Rising Stars type situation, right? So there you go. Yeah, that Batman Who Laughs pop is really cool. Mine's right up there next to the Frosted Flakes. That thing is super, super cool. I opened that up last week on Robbie Rants Live. If Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman worked on Deadpool, I would probably read every single issue of that. Absolutely. That's a fantastic team, and I would love to see them do anything. So it seems like after Thor, though, maybe they're going to do something creator-owned. Not that that's anything that's like a rumor or anything. It just seems like Jason Aaron's almost at that moment where he's about to just almost go full creator owned, if that makes sense. Maybe War of the Realms is like his magnum opus at Marvel. Maybe not, though. That'd be really cool. Because it seems like he's having a lot of fun with Conan for sure. But I would love to see anything by Russell Dauterman and Jason Aaron as a team. And yeah, Deadpool will be in War of the Realms in some form or another. Yeah, Greg Smallwood's art's great on anything. I want him to do a Blade series like no other. Like, oh my goodness. Can you imagine how good that would look? Oh. It'd be so good. Runaways is actually a really good suggestion. Slime, that's actually a really good spot-on suggestion. Runaways, absolutely. You dislike pop? What do you mean, like pops, like Funko Pops? That's fine. That's fine. What's up, Roger? How you doing? Well, thank you very much, MN. I do have a healthy head of hair. I do wear a hat mostly, though. I love Jason Aaron's Thor run. I think it's exceptional. I think it's some of his best work at Marvel. I think it is his best work at Marvel. Absolutely. What were my thoughts on Dr. Doom becoming the next Iron Man? At the time when Doom was becoming the infamous Iron Man, I was like, let's go with it. Let's see. I'm glad to have a book that focused on Victor. And it was really cool the way that Hickman set up the end of Secret Wars to have Victor have his face healed. And he actually had the opportunity to be a good guy. So I think Bendis and Maleev did an excellent job with that series. I always knew it's going to be temporary. This is comic books. It's all cyclical. It's all just going to come and go up and down always, all the time. If you know how it is, all the time. If a hero is up, then they're going to come down and back and forth. So I knew that one day we would get Dr. Doom back, which we have Dr. Doom back now. And that's the delay that really bothers me more than Doomsday Clock is Fantastic Four, because that's my book and it's been for so long gone. And so just get this book to be back on time. But I liked it as an exploration of Victor trying to be a hero. I like how it all turned out. Basically, Victor did the right thing. He saved the world, and he damaged himself again in the process. And he never took credit for it, and he didn't want to take credit for it. And it even made him more bitter against the world because nobody would even believe the idea that he would be a hero. I don't know. I really thought it was a good exploration. It seemed like Duggan's first issue of a Conan book was good. Savage Sword seemed to be really good. I liked it. Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider Kills the Marvel Universe should be fun. I hope it's fun. Black Panther just won for Best Costume Design. That's super cool. It's got to be. I would totally read a Blade book by Ahmed. Absolutely. I think that would be fantastic, especially if Greg Smallwood was the artist. Look at Black Panther winning an Academy Award. That's awesome. You're going to miss New Comic Book Day on account of going to your honeymoon. Well, congratulations on the wedding. Absolutely, from all of us here at PCP and the Army. But New Comic Book Day will still be waiting for you. Another story with Punisher as War Machine. That'd be cool, but I think they told that story. I'm cool with them moving on. I want Jim Rhodes to be War Machine again. I'm not really completely sold on the idea of him not being War Machine anymore, just kind of piloting this thing. Like, I don't know. I'd rather, but you know what? Just like the Doom thing, Doom is Iron Man, we'll have War Machine back one day. And yeah, them Sienkiewicz variants for Fantastic Four, fire. Right there with you, Joe. I would love to see a new War Machine book with James Rhodey Rhodes. I don't know who the first woman to write a Punisher comic was. Was it Becky Cloonan? Was it someone before that? Was there like Anna Cinti do a run or something? I have no idea. I hope Bully Wars is not over, but I haven't heard anything about it coming back. But I hope it's not. Yeah, Rowdy War Machine is Rowdy War Machine is the best. That's the one we want, right? That's the one we want. That's what we're looking forward to. Let's see what's coming up with Marvel Comics this week. The Age of X-Men rolls on through with Extremis #1, Avengers No Road Home #3, Amazing Spider-Man #16, Black Panther #9, Black Panther versus Deadpool #5, the final issue, Captain Marvel #8, or Captain America #8, with a really awesome Alex Ross cover, as they all are. Captain Marvel Braver and Mightier #1 is out this week. Daredevil #2 is out this week. I'm so excited for that. So excited. Fantastic Four does return this week, so that's exciting. #7 is out this week. Invaders #2. Marvel Comics Presents #2. That's really cool. That's super cool. That's very cool. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur #40. Savage Sword of Conan #2 is out this week. Star Wars Dr. Aphra #29. Superior Spider-Man #3. There's a lot of good books out this week. West Coast Avengers #8. And X-Force #3 finally hits the shelves. That's awesome. Now we'll take a look at DC in just a second. What I know about Queen of Bad Dreams #1 coming out in April from Vault Comics is that it's coming out in April. I haven't read it yet, but it looks cool. I looked at a couple of the first few pages. Anything from Vault, I am super, super pumped for, and I'm very, very excited for it. I think, Slime, that's what Dan Slott is trying to set up, is that Rhodey is going to eventually be comfortable enough again to put on the armor. I think that's what they're building to. Yeah, but Steve Dillon's, that last bit of run on Punisher may not have been my favorite run of Punisher, but at least Steve Dillon left a lasting impact on the comic book industry. Exceptional work on titles like Preacher, Hellblazer, even Punisher, with Garth Ennis especially. Fantastic stuff. He's an artist I still sorely miss. I thought the first issue of Invaders was really good as well. I thought it was really, really good. And then we had to wait a little bit. Yeah, I know. Chip Zdarsky is supposed to be at Heroes Con. I'm going to go to Heroes Con, so I'm very excited to possibly meet Chip Zdarsky. I'm very excited for that. If Robert Downey Jr. does not come back to play Tony Stark, I don't think Tony Stark's going to be utilized for at least a long bit. So I would have no idea who the next Iron Man is going to be, but I really think that if Robert doesn't come back, if RDJ doesn't come back to do it, they're just going to move on without Iron Man for a minute. Maybe they'll boost up War Machine. That could be really, really cool. If Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to come back, I would prefer them to just focus a little bit more on War Machine in the next couple of Avengers films. That'd be really, really cool. Wish Marvel would do a new Marvel Superhero Secret Wars book with the new characters. It'd be fun to see. Yeah, it would be. It was fun when Jonathan Hickman did it just a few years ago. So I think we should wait just a little bit longer, but I would like to see something like that happen again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's look at DC Comics out this week. Action Comics 1008 is out this week. Batgirl #32. Batman Beyond 29. Books of Magic #5. Detective Comics 999. We are almost at Batman Detective Comics 1000. Very exciting. Flash #65, wrapping up the Price storyline. Freedom Fighters #3. Heroes in Crisis #6. This is the issue that's written by Tom King, of course, and illustrated by Mitch Garrett. So that's going to be really, really neat. Hex Wives #5. Justice League Odyssey. J-Lo #6 is out this week. Martian Manhunter #3 is finally here. That took a while. Old Lady Harley #5. That's the final issue. Shazam #3 with a really, really cool variant cover by Michael Cho, it looks like. Super cool. Sideways number 13, that is the final issue. Silencer number 14, Terrifics number 13, Wonder Woman number 65 with an Art Germ variant, so be on the lookout for that. So that's the new comics that are coming out this week. The thing I'm most excited for is Fantastic Four and Ice Cream Man. Very excited for those books. And, of course, Wasted Space. So I did read Wasted Space number 7, and that is a video that is going to debut tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So be on the lookout for that. An early look I had. It's fantastic. It's great. Really, really good stuff. Also, tomorrow on the channel is our Masters of the Universe movie review over at the PCP Army, which is our official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can get on there and join if you haven't already. We had a poll out of all these movies, all these cheesy, fun movies. Which one would you like to see us review, right? And so everybody overwhelmingly chose Masters of the Universe. So we did it. We watched it. We filmed a video, and it's going to be out tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout for that. We are doing another audience movie review poll very soon over at the PCP Army, so definitely join up and get involved. Oh, that's super cool. Who would I like a head sketch of from Zdarsky? I would like something like Doom or The Thing. I think that would be really, really cool. Did Jeff Johns and Gary Frank ever work at Marvel before DC? If so, together or separately? Gary Frank did a lot of work on Peter David's Incredible Hulk run throughout the 90s. So he did some of the more popular, actually, issues of the Hulk from back in the 90s. Jeff Johns did an Avengers run back in the day, in the early 2000s. He did this Morlock miniseries that I thought was actually really, really good as well. So they both have done prior work at Marvel, but I don't think they ever worked together at Marvel. But I may be mistaken, but I don't think they ever did. Oh, man. If they brought in Batmite into that issue, I think it... I don't know if it would be cool or if it would be really a letdown. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see, though, wouldn't it? I don't know. He may be. I've already closed that page out. Maybe Artem does do a back. Somebody does, I'm sure. Batgirl variants have been hot too, so maybe. Yeah, I'm really pumped about this Fantastic Four story. I think it's great. This Heralds of Doom story has been, it's Dr. Doom. Of course I love it. It's great. Black Panther won again for production design and set decoration. Absolutely. Wakanda Forever. Absolutely. Those are going to be the awards that they win. They're not going to win Best Picture. But I hope Into the Spider-Verse wins. I haven't seen the Alex Ross Detective Comics 1000 yet. I haven't seen that at all yet. That's really cool. All right, so earlier today in the PCP Army, I asked everybody, because I saw this post from Sports Illustrated, and so I just copied it. What is your favorite sports movie? I'm going to ask you that now. I'm going to go on to the PCP Army. I'm going to read some answers from some members of the PCP Army. So let's do it. So right now, tell me, what is your favorite sports movie of all time? For me, Sandlot, Raging Bull. Those two, I really like those two. I really like Bull Durham as well. But you never know. So let's look over at the PCP Army and see what people say. Space Jam 2? Just kidding, 1, right? Paul says Rocky. Will says The Karate Kid. Didn't really think about that one as a sports movie, but you're right. That's really good. Matt says Field of Dreams, favorite movie of all time. Drew says The Wrestler. If sports entertainment counts, of course it counts, homie. If not, then Remember the Titans. David Hatch, big friend of the show, says Pride of the Yankees. Alan says Raging Bull, Cool Runnings, Talladega Nights, Brian's Song, and Shaolin Soccer. Mike the Voice Matthews, happy birthday, big guy. Says The Natural, an excellent pick. Absolutely. Ross says it's stupid, but I've always loved the bench warmers. Jason says Rocky 4. I must break you. Absolutely. Bo says Teen Wolf, to which I'm like, absolutely. Like, Teen Wolf is a great sports movie. Emmanuel says Varsity Blues, obviously. I also really like Hoosiers. I think Hoosiers is a great sports movie. What do we got here? Brian's song, Rudy, right? Field of Dreams, absolutely. The Natural, yep. Remember the Titans, Caddyshack, that's a great one. Foxcatcher was great but dark. Never seen that one. Does Celtic Pride count? I don't know. I've never seen it. Is it about sports? If so, then yeah, why not? Lots of really good sports movies out there. We're going to one day do a sports movies podcast. Maybe we'll do one this year. That sounds like a really, really cool idea, I think. It's about sports fans. Maybe. I'll definitely check it out. White Men Can't Jump, that's a great one. That's a really good one. I loved that movie when I was a kid. I really did. Another one that's written and directed by the same cat, I believe, is Play It to the Bone. Yeah, Play It to the Bone is a good boxing movie. I like that one. If you've never seen it, it's Antonio Banderas and Woody Harrelson, and it's good. It's about boxing. And that's the same guy that... That's not the same guy that did Bull Durham, right? That's a different guy, or is it the same guy? I don't remember. He Got Game is a really good one. Really good movie. Denzel Washington, a Spike Lee joint. Yeah, that's a good one. The Program. We used to love The Program when I was a kid. We used to play, of course, you know, when you go play yard football with everybody in your neighborhood and all that stuff. And we would play like just touch. But every once in a while, someone would scream out, like the quarterback got to determine this. They could just yell out program style. And that meant that we were going full on tackle when we were trying to take you out and like flip you out and stuff like that. Like The Program. Good movie. Omar Epps, right? James Caan. Above the Rim. The Longest Yard. Basketball Diaries. It's on iTunes. I know that. I'll see if we can get it on Google Play if it's not already. It comes back in May. The podcast does come back in May. Dodgeball, that's fun. That's a real fun movie. $1 Million Baby, that's a really good one. That's a great movie too. It's a really good sports movie. Absolutely. Good picks, everybody. Basketball. Okay. Why not? What else we got coming up this week at Pop Culture Philosophers? Of course, late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, the weekly comic book review. Maybe on Wednesday will be my Umbrella Academy review. We'll see. Maybe Thursday. I don't know. Thursday morning, though, does see the new episode of Comics Revisited, which is Infinity Gauntlet. So me and Brooks talking about Infinity Gauntlet. And Friday, we'll have an advanced review of a book coming out from Scout Comics called Category 0, number 1. And Saturday, we'll see the release of the second episode of my Let's Talk Night Thrasher series, because I run a Twitter account at Let's Thrasher, which is the Let's Talk Night Thrasher account. And I'm doing videos to go along with it as I'm rereading through Dwayne Taylor's journey through the Marvel Universe. So be on the lookout for that. And if you want to follow that page on Twitter, it's at Let's Thrasher. And also today I started a Let's Talk Blade page. You can find that at Let Blade, because Blade deserved one. And so did Night Thrasher. I didn't have one, so I made him. I love The Replacements. I love that movie. When they're doing the electric slide in the jail, and then Gene Hackman, as the coach, comes down and they all stop, but the deaf guy keeps going. And then when Orlando Bloom's like, oh, I can't see somebody throwing up, I'm going to throw up. And they all start throwing. That movie's really good. The Replacements is really, really good. Yeah, Bull Durham. Okay. So it is the guy that did White Men Can't Jump and Play It to the Bone. Bull Durham. Yeah. Ron Shelton. Is that his name? Yeah, Little Bird is amazing. Comes out March 13th. Little Bird number 1 is so good. From Image Comics, it is amazing. I do not know who McKay is right now. Travel Foreman on Black Cat. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm excited to see what happens. The Ringer. Is that the Johnny Knoxville movie? Umbrella Academy does rule. I really like it. A lot. I liked it a lot. I'm looking forward to going back up. What issue would I recommend jumping back on with Venom? I would straight up say the #1 issue from Donny Cates. If you can't find it, just go and get the Venom Rex trade paperback and then follow that on through. I wouldn't miss anything. You know, that movie where Kevin Costner plays baseball is pretty cool. Yeah. All 3 of them. Yeah, Ron Shelton. Heck yeah. Well, I love Bull Durham. That movie, and supposedly that movie is like 100% accurate about what it's like to be an aging ball player in the minor leagues. And like, I don't know, there's something about that movie I just love. I find it poetic. Mighty Ducks is amazing, right? Absolutely. Don't sleep on Mighty Ducks. I don't know who owns the Sci-Fi Channel. I have no idea. I hope Donnie likes the new Buffy comic. I tweeted him one time and asked him what he thought about it, but I never got a response. But I hope he likes it. I loved it. I love the first issue, so I'm excited to see what happens in issue 2. Comes out this week. Major League is really fun. Really fun. Back in the early days of PCP, we did a top 5 baseball movies video. You can still find it, top 5 baseball movies, Pop Culture Philosophers. Yeah, Major League's on that list. Absolutely. NBC owns Sci-Fi Channel. Is Major X 290s? It's definitely going to be 90s, so let's see what happens, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Rob Liefeld fan. That being said, I do like that Captain America stuff in some kind of weird, nostalgic kind of way. What 5 baseball movies is Kevin Costner in? What are they? So there's Bull Durham, there's For the Love of the Game, and there's Field of Dreams. What are the other 2? A League of Their Own is really good. That was another one that made it to our top 5 baseball movies. What other 2 baseball movies is Kevin Costner in? Field of Dreams, League of Their Own, Bull Durham. What else? Happy Gilmore. Absolutely. Bake the Snake. Who is it? I'm like, I have no idea. Tin Cup. But that's not a baseball movie. But it's a movie that they play all the time on the Golf Channel, I learned. Upside to Anger? Okay. I've never heard of that one. Robin Yount? Huh. Kevin Costner baseball movies. Upside to Anger. I've never heard of that movie. Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, For Love of the Game. Wow, somebody's got a top 10 Kevin Costner baseball films. Are you serious? He's done that many? Fastball is one, apparently, 2015. Or it's narrated. Is it a documentary? Upside of Anger, you're right. Is he in the League of Their Own? Robert Young, Prince of Brewers. Okay. They get the Postman listed. Does he play baseball in that movie? Huh. Well, there you go. I did not know some of those. I have to check them out. Kevin Costner's not my favorite actor by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I think Field of Dreams is okay. For Love of the Game is... I don't really like that one. I did not read Sierra Muerte by the G.I. Joe book, but I actually do want to go back and check it out because it's Michael Fife or whatever, right? I like his artwork a lot. Okay, I can dig it. That's cool. I didn't know that about Kevin Costner baseball movies. That's really cool. Yeah, Man of Steel. He does. Surely he's holding a baseball, right? At some point. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, you got to dive into a giant pool of popcorn to look for playoff tickets. You didn't win. That sucks. But how cool is it to dive into a giant pool of popcorn? I would do that in a heartbeat. That sounds so fun. That really does. I don't know why that like excites me, but I think that's really, really cool. I really do. So we'll point out that the PCP taste test that we were talking about it's happening very soon. This upcoming Saturday is the day that we are actually doing the Death Nut Challenge. So that video will be up probably next Monday. Kind of not looking forward to it, but I'm excited to do it. Absolutely. The Peter David run on Hulk is totally worth it. Totally worth it. I think the Peter David run on Hulk is worth it. I think the Bruce Jones run on Hulk is worth it. And I think the Paul Jenkins run on Hulk is worth it. And I actually think that the 6 to 7 or 8 issues that John Byrne did are worth it. So I think Hulk is actually worth it to read it from the start of Peter David's run all the way through to the end of his run. Then you got Joe Casey for a little bit. That's worth it. Then you got Bruce Jones, Paul Jenkins or John Byrne. That's worth it. Then you got Paul Jenkins. That's worth it. Then you've got Bruce Jones. That's worth it. Then you've got a little bit more Peter David. Then you got Planet Hulk. That's all worth it. So believe it or not, throughout the 90s and 2000s, I'm just now realizing this for the first time, because I always say I'm not really a Hulk fan. But from like the 80s into the 90s into the 2000s, Hulk was one of the most consistent comic books out there. Holy cow. I've never thought of that like that. And now it's really good with Immortal Hulk. Huh. Wow. I'm sleeping on Hulk. I am very good with spicy, but the Death Nut 2.0 challenge is levels above like normal ass spicy. I am really good with spicy food. I love spicy food. But it's always nice to have a little bit of humility when you come across anything that's new and super, super spicy. When is the next con? The next big one is Emerald City, isn't it? That's in a couple weeks or something? It is hard to find a single run neatly collected. I think they do a good job with some of the Peter David stuff, at least in those big hardcovers, but like that's not accessible to like most people. But the Peter David stuff is good. It's really good. But it goes throughout for so long through so many ages of comics, you know, into the 80s, into the 90s. I think that the Bruce Jones run is severely underrated. I really, really do. Yeah. There needs to be a little bit better collected editions, I think, throughout most comics. But that's why the Epic collections are nice, I guess. Oh, I'd totally do the one-chip challenge. That's nothing. That doesn't scare me at all. Do you want me to do it? We'll do it. Do you want us to do it? We'll do it. It's no big deal. The Death Nut challenge. Okay, so the last nut on this damn challenge. Here are the nuts right here. There they are. It's going to be me, Mike the Voice Matthews. Once again, shout out. Happy birthday, big guy. Thank you so much, Mike, for your friendship. Thank you for being a friend. We've traveled down the road and back again, literally. So this is the Death Nut Challenge. It's 5 levels of nuts right there. They're made with like Carolina Reapers and Ghost Peppers and, you know, 7-pot chilies and, you know, scorpion chilies and all that stuff. But the thing is that the last nut is supposed to be covered in 13 million Scoville capsaicin crystals. And that's that one right there. Right? That's the Death Nut. So there are rules right there that we're going to be following. You chew level 1 for 15 seconds. You swallow it. Then you wait a minute and a half. Go to the next one. Repeat that same process all the way down the line till you get to the Death Nut. You chew it for 15 seconds, swallow it. You wait 5 minutes, no relief, nothing. That's the challenge. And this was actually my idea, and now I'm a little bit regretting it, but maybe I'm just kind of like pumping it up in my head or something. I don't know. But we're going to do it. We're going to film it, and we're going to release it. So there you go. When will we get a new She-Hulk comic? Hopefully soon. They did one of those spicy challenges on Man vs. Food in my town. They didn't win because the restaurant owner cheated. He cheated? What did he do? I have to do the research and look it up, but I know the Epic collection for Hulk, they have at least 1 or 2 volumes, I think, from the Peter David run, but they're not collected together. But ultimately, you know, 50 years from now, when the Epic collections are done, right? Most of them are kind of easy to find. Some of them have really skyrocketed in price lately. Like some that are not rare at all because they were like super popular books in the 90s. But aside from that, maybe the Marvel Unlimited app has a lot of stuff there. I don't know. Yeah, we'll totally do the we'll totally do the one chip challenge. That should be easy after this Death Nut challenge, right? 13 million Scoville capsaicin crystals on the nuts. Like, is that necessary? Yeah, 5 levels of nuts. It's crazy. I'm a huge Queen fan. I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet, but that's cool that it won for best sound editing. Screw what, Bake the Snake? Screw what? So we're about to be getting into the show and tell portion of the program. But I do want to point out a couple ways you can help support us here at PCP. First of all, watching these videos, giving us a thumbs up, giving us that like, commenting, things like that. Big deal. Subscribing, sharing the page. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing that. There, of course, is also the PCP Army on Facebook, which we talked about. There's our Patreon account, patreon.com/PCP. I do these video newsletters. I haven't done one this week, I know, but they will be coming back very, very soon within the next week. So be on the lookout for that, early access to videos. In fact, the patrons are going to have early access to Comics Revisited tomorrow morning. So be on the lookout for all that stuff and more. You can also support us right here down there. There's a little tab that looks like a $sign. Think of it as a tip jar. You can support us there. So anything you can do to help provide a positive place on YouTube to talk about comics, pop culture, and more, we really do appreciate it. But seriously, just being here watching these videos, thumbs up and sharing, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. Thank you so much for your support. This is the part of the show where I grovel at your feet and say thank you so much for allowing us to do what we do. And that podcast is coming back in May, and I'm super excited to bring it back to you guys. So we're about to get into show and tell. We're going to be opening up something. But first, let's talk about this Ghost Rider action figure. It glows in the dark. The head does. Not going to be able to show that to you or turn off the lights. I may have showed this before, but it's super cool. This is a Toy Biz Ghost Rider. Do you remember that animated series? Few people do, but there was a toy line that went with it. This Ghost Rider figure is awesome. I don't have the bite that goes to it. I really do need it. His action feature is there you go, right there. You lock him up, hit the switch on the back. There you go. Plus, like I said, the skull and the chains glow in the dark. Super cool. Super, super cool. It's not going to focus, is it? Nope. How close can we get him? You can't see it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. Before we show off more toys, I just picked up my Bill and Ted Most Excellent Collection. That's 1 and 2, both movies. They're filming the 3rd one this year. And I also got the Die Hard collection in a nice Steelbook Blu-ray set. Finally. Very excited to have those. I was going to show this off in a video to the PCP Patreon supporters, but I never made the video. So recently just picked up the first bit of this Denny O'Neil question run. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. I used to have these back in the day. I got rid of them like an idiot, thinking I'd get the trades one day. The trades went out of print. So now I'm collecting up these issues again. There's 1 through 6 right there. If you've never read this question series, this stuff is the best. It is so good. So well worth it. You definitely got to check it out. You know, the thing about the DC cuts is that most of them have already happened. That's the thing that's not really quite getting completely reported. Apparently, this was revealed at Comics Pro. I didn't go. I should have went. Apparently, most of those cuts have already happened with like the New Age of Heroes and Titans and things like that. And they've canceled the Walmart initiative, and they're doing more things outside of that. But I think Marvel could stand to maybe cut a little bit of its line. But if it ain't hurting them, don't do it, right? If I had to guess how many volumes in a complete collection, like the book 1 is coming out for the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run this week, it's probably going to be completely collected 6 to 7, 6. I think 6. Yeah, screw those hot nuts. Well, that's why we're doing it, so you don't have to. Now, me and my homies, we really, really do like super hot things. We love eating really, really hot sauces that have nice, intense flavor to them. We eat peppers and things like that, so we do things like that. But this is definitely a step up, I think, for all of us. So kind of nervous about it, but we're doing it, and you guys are going to get to watch it. So I hope everybody enjoys that video as much as we're going to enjoy making it. Now, the omnibus, like, how complete is it gonna be? Is it gonna have every single Sinestro Wars tie-in? Is it gonna have every single Blackest Night tie-in? It should at least have the Blackest Night main series. I think they could get it done in 6, but they may leave out Blackest Night and let that trade stand on its own. So you like read it up to a point, then you read Blackest Night, then you continue on or something like that. But yeah, it may even be longer than that. How many volumes did they do of his Flash run? Is it like on 5 or 6 right now? So I think it's comparable to that, right? Maybe. Yes, there will be a Lois Lane ongoing series, maybe ongoing. I don't know any confirmation about it being ongoing, but Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen getting their own series. Jimmy Olsen by Matt Fraction, Greg Rucka doing Lois Lane. Silver Surfer, King of the Hill crossover. I missed something. Chris Claremont's got a new story coming out very soon, apparently in a Marvel Comics Presents, so that's cool. Yeah, social commentary. I just saw the I just saw him tweet like the unapproved cover for it or something, like cover idea for it, and I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped to see Tom King do the question in an issue of Batman. That's really cool. I think teen means that it's good for anybody from like 12, and up. And I think teen plus means more like 15, 16, 17 plus is what I think. Oh, Bawana Beach, you're not excited at all? I'm excited just because Greg Rucka doing Lois Lane, that's exciting to me. Jimmy Olsen, I'm not quite the biggest Fraction fan, nor am I the biggest Jimmy Olsen fan, but I'll check it out and we'll see. Marcos, you just missed us talking about comics, pop culture, and more. Webhead likes DC's The Silencer. All right. So I just got this week. It's a Carnage action figure with the Maximum Carnage card on it. I already have this action figure. The Spider-Man animated series, the actual version, which actually has the axe hand as well, but it doesn't have this nifty little bonus collectible pin. I really like the card art on this, so I definitely wanted to pick this up so I could keep this one on card. It looks great in the background, I'm certain. I got the big tall version of it right there. I got a little one open somewhere. I'll show it off to you another day, so I don't need to open this one. I bought this one specifically not to open it. I just really like that card on the back. But if you notice, it is, of course, part of the Spider-Man animated series line. And I have it because of that. And it does come with an axe. So this, you miss one of the accessories, but you do get this little Maximum Carnage button there, which was super cool. Very popular series in the 90s, and a very popular video game as well. Hey, what's up, David Hatch? You always catch us at the end of these things. We're doing show and tell right now. How are you doing, David? I mentioned your comment about your favorite sports movie. Cheers to that. The Old Guard by Greg Rucka is good, and Charlize Theron is going to be turning that into a Netflix show. So you'll see that on the rise. Absolutely. So we also got this right here, this Megazord Pop. You know I'm a Power Rangers fan. The Megazord, this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, so this is supposed to glow in the dark, so I'm excited to see that after I wrap up the show. But we're going to open this up. I've already done that little white Tiger Zord, the Ultra Zord over there, those pops, and the Dragon Zord pop, which I have right here. So I'm excited to finally have the Megazord to complete my Pop Zord collection, at least until they give us the Thunder Megazord, and I hope they do. So we're going to open this up real quick. And take a look at it and see how cool it is. So I think originally, when they first released this, it was like a SDCC exclusive or something like that. And then there it is. It's out. But Entertainment Earth has this glow-in-the-dark version that they just released not too long ago. The only problem is, first of all, the first problem I see is that he doesn't have the power sword. He should have the power sword. That would be way too cool. You know, thinking about it, they also need to do a Mega Dragon Zord, where it's the Dragon Zord combined with Mastodon and the Triceratops and the Saber-Tooth Tiger. They need to do a pop of that. They need to. So there it is right there. It's actually a really cool version of that. It looks great. They got the legs right. The Saber-Tooth Tiger is the right leg. That's really cool. It looks cool. It looks accurate. You can see that it's a little translucent-y. So it's going to glow in the dark in the kind of the way that like where this Green Ranger glows in the dark, but not perfect, but it does glow in the dark, you know. So I'm interested in seeing that one. It's not going to be super, super shiny. But there it is. And that's actually pretty cool. It looks really good. Yeah, you're right, Roger. It's no longer mint. But I don't buy these pops because of their collectability. I buy them because I wanted a Megazord pop. Because now I'm going to put them on the top shelf all together. All my different Zord pops, which I got 4. The other one's out of reach over there. That's the Megazord. I mean, the Ultra Zord. But there we go. Right there. How cool do they look together? They're so cute. I don't even know you. That's because you were destroyed before I showed up. What? But they're friends. Best friends forever anyway. I'm being silly here now. No, that's a really cool pop. But seriously, I wish he had the sword. I wish he had the sword in his hand. But even the detail on the back right there, even that's really sharp. They really added everything in. The tread on the tires. Funko does... I'm sorry I squared. Funko is... These things are amazing. I love them so much. I know we spend a lot of time talking about pops here sometimes, but man, they're so freaking enjoyable. I love them. Will Carnage get a comic book series once again? I'm sure eventually. I mean, he's got some one-shots coming up still. He's going to be a big factor in the upcoming Venom stories. Yeah, so he's a big deal. And will he get his own series again? Of course. How long will it be? Who knows? What's up, Ancient Unique? How you doing? Oh, Slime, come on. Anyway, that was show and tell. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, Masters of the Universe Audience Choice Movie Review winner from the PCP Army. That video will be up tomorrow morning. And the next poll is going to be up very, very soon. So go over to Facebook and join us at the PCP Army. And you can vote in on what our next audience pick movie review is going to be. Very excited for that. We will be having, of course, a Captain Marvel movie review coming out around March 10th, I believe. Or 9th, something like that. Really cool. As soon as we can get it up, to be honest with you. We got the weekly comic book review coming up. Also, though, tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. U.S. Central Time, my advanced review of Wasted Space #7, which releases this Wednesday, is out, and it's amazing. Really cool book. Really great stuff. An Umbrella Academy review by me. Season 1 will be out this week. Thursday, we'll see Comics Revisited. Me and Brooks talking about Infinity Gauntlet. Friday, we'll see an advanced review coming out for a comic book called Category 0 from Scout Comics. And Saturday, we'll see Let's Talk Night Thrasher #2, where I'll be talking about New Warriors #1. Very excited for that. Middle West is a great one. Yeah, you know, I may actually want to go right now and check out and pull up Maximum Carnage and play that game. I love that. I love those side-scrolling silly games. And Maximum Carnage was a great one because I love that Maximum Carnage series. Fantastic stuff. Days of Hate. That's a good book. I stopped reading it because it was starting to get a little too depressing for me because of real life. But I definitely, now that I'm eager to read it. I think Alesh Kott's an amazing writer, and I'm actually shocked that he's not a bigger name, to be honest with you. Now, they're not action figures, but they are cool. But I have action figures as well. You know, I especially love action figures from the 90s, the 80s and the 90s. That's kind of my specialty, my thing that I really, really like. And we do plan on bringing back the toy videos at some point, but for now, these Robbie Rants live chats are are my way to kind of get out my love of toys and things like that. So really cool. Yeah, that Killmonger series is great. It's so good. Yeah, BPRD Vampire reprints coming out this week. BPRD is good stuff. I love it. I was watching a lot of clips from the Blade movies today. Made me think about Mike Mignola because he was helping out with the design work, I believe, on Blade 2, which I think is, I don't know, it's really hard to pick between Blade 1 and 2. Ultimately, I would pick 2 over 1, but I do like 1 so much. 3's best left unsaid. But if you like Blade and you're on Twitter, you should join us at my Let's Talk Blade page at Let's Blade, or Let Blade, I should say, because Let's Blade was already taken. At Let Blade. You can follow my Let's Talk Night Thrasher page at Let's Thrasher, or you can follow me personally at The Rockin Robbie. Thank you guys so much. We're about to wrap up, so any final thoughts, questions, concerns, comments, get them in right now. Yeah, Slime was just joking, right? Star Wars and He-Man, yeah, man. Those old school Star Wars figures, my favorite out of the old school Star Wars line is the Jabba the Hutt set. I loved it. I don't remember who it was, but it's somehow somebody, I don't know if they were, I have a vague recollection. I don't remember if they were family or if they were like just friends of the family, but every time we went to their house, I was so excited because they had the Jabba the Hutt and his little, like, you know, the little play set or his little base or whatever that you could open up and see the bones. And I was just so excited to go there and grab that and play with it. I had some old school Star Wars figures growing up. I had a Luke, I had a Vader, I had an Obi-Wan, and I had a Han Solo. I had a bunch of different little ones, and they all got burned in a ditch at the back of my house when I was like in 2nd grade or something. That was when I was going through the phase of wrapping action figures up in toilet paper, coating them with lighter fluid, and catching them on fire in the ditch behind my house for some reason. Yeah. Don't do that anymore, though. So don't catch your action figures on fire because sometimes they can be worth money. Brian Hill's doing great work. I'm so pumped for Batman and the Outsiders. I love American Carnage, and Killmonger has been amazing. Sebastian's birthday is next Saturday. Everybody wish him an early happy birthday. Also, Mike the Voice Matthews, a member of the Excitable PCP crew. Today is his birthday. Mike, happy birthday. We love you. I do not have any Thundercats figures, but I definitely want a Lion-O. I had a Lion-O figure 3 different times when I was a kid, and I kept losing the glove. And so my parents would have to get me another one. I want a Lion-O so bad. Maybe I'll look for one at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. Unstoppable Wasp has been great. Turning 18, man. Congratulations. Keep on rocking. I am hyped for the Captain Marvel movie. It's an MCU film. I'm excited for it. You know I'll read Transformers in March. I read almost any new #1. Happy birthday wishes to everybody. So we're wrapping up here. Thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight for Robbie Rants Live. We'll be back next Saturday. Yes. But not the Saturday after that. We'll be skipping, or the Sunday after that we'll be skipping. But we will be back here next Sunday. Like I said, lots of exciting things here on the Pop Culture Philosophers channel throughout this week. We got a new video almost every single day. So be on the lookout for that. We really do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share. Check us out at patreon.com/PCP or over at the PCP Army on Facebook. Thank you so much for everything. You guys really help keep this channel alive and the dream alive. Thanks for rocking with us. Keep on living, keep on dreaming, keep on reading, keep on thinking, keep on being, keep on doing. Holler.